Hello fellow tea lovers, welcome to the Teacups channel. I am Thés, founder of the Teacups teas, and today it's time for an Actualitea episode. Okay, so this is the first Actuality episode. In this episode we will be talking about anything, everything that is related to tea in a way or another, and all the hot topics around teas. So you might be a bit surprised because a lot of them, are gonna be a bit just a bit surprising. So don't worry, just bear with me. And another thing, it's been a week, more than a week actually, like 10 days since our last video. It's quite a long time in YouTube standards. So I will try, this is not a promise, but I'll try my best to have a new video out for you guys every single week, okay? Which is not amazing either, but we're working on it. We're getting there slowly but surely. Also, I know there were some not concerns but complaints about the light in the background. Well, actually there was one complaint, and that was from my mom, but anyway. So I'll try my best to make sure that we don't see it too much. So my head is gonna stay focused in this angle, so you guys don't see this light too much. I will try not to say too many uhs and uhs, but sorry, that's just the way I talk, and I'm French, so bear with me. All right, so the first subject of this activity will be Primark. Activity, I meant actuality. So yeah, Primark. Why am I talking about Primark in a video about tea? Well, because very recently Primark launched this super cute, tea towels, and people were left a bit confused because these tea towels had all the major landmarks of London, but most of them were not in the right place. Like they had Big Ben on this side of the river, London Eye on this side, and then the Parliament over there. It was just a mess. Westminster was misspelled. It was just a super mess, and that's too bad because I saw these towels and they looked really cute, and I'm sure they were a super bargain, but it was just a mess. Primark, how do you get this wrong? Come on now. Come on. Yeah. I mean, I don't even know what to say at this point. This is disrespectful. Like literally, so bear with me. I have my phone with me because I want to be as accurate as possible, and find extracts from the article so we can comment on them a bit better. So there's this one person, okay, who shared her distress to Instagram because it was so bad. What did she say? Don't get me started on swans taller than taxes. Okay, well, for this you could argue that, I don't know what you can argue for this, but I think it was definitely not the worst thing about these tea towels. These tea towels literally made no sense, but a Primark spokesperson said, where we identify a typing error on one of our products, we will remove the product concerned from sale as quickly as possible. Customer who purchase the product can return it to one of our stores for a full refund, and we apologize for any inconvenience caused. So if you happen to have one of these tea towels, it's not too late, you can still return it. Or you know what, honestly, if I had one, I would keep it just for the laugh. It's just, yeah, mistake is human, but at this point this was just Primark. How do you get this wrong? Anyway, on to the next topic, however you guys say it. It's this Danish lady, which is actually a teenager. She's 16 years old, and she completely exploded a Guinness record because she has the biggest collection of tea bags. She has more than 1,000 tea bags collected. Why? I'm not sure. I don't know. This is really great, whatever you're passionate about, go for it, collect it, do it. If that makes you happy, why not? I'm just wondering where she stores all of that, on account of 1,000 is a lot, and it's more than 1,000. I don't have the exact number. Let me find it because We need to be accurate when we report tea news. So this is an article from upi.com. Danish Teen breaks own, and that was her own Guinness record with tea bag collection. So she was already the world's biggest tea bag collector, and she broke her own record. I think that deserves a round of applause because that's really cool. Her name is Freya Louise Christiansen of Aarhus. So maybe my pronunciation is not, but that's her name. And her previous record was 1,028 tea bag covers. Okay, and now she broke it with 1,237 tea bag covers. Yes, tea queen. We stand for a tea queen. This story I found really interesting because a lot of times, so as you may know or may not know, every single Sunday, we, teacups, we trade at the Brick Lane upmarket every Sunday. So it's at the Old Truman Brewery if you're interested, from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. I noticed that there were quite a few children that literally, that were pulling their parents to say, look, mommy, daddy, I want to go see the teas. I want to try the teas, and I found that, well, first of all, I found that super cute, but also very surprising, the amount of very young children or children who really, really like tea is really amazing, especially when you think about all the issues, we have with child obesity and all this stuff, the sodas, I'm not gonna say the name of any big brand. Well, I took for Primark for like 5 minutes. I can say McDonald's, it's fine. But not just McDonald's, but any other fast food thing, and all the health problems around kids, and especially obesity, which is a big one. Having kids that are really concerned about the properties of the teas and the taste, and it's just amazing to see. I literally saw kids that were about 7-8 years old grabbing the little cup like this, doing the whole tea discovery ritual, smelling, turning it around, observing the color, the density, etc., pre-tasting, tasting again, and I found it really, really cool. When this occurred, when the kids were the ones bringing their parents to the stand, the parents were literally, they had no role in the transaction or whatsoever. I was directly dealing with the kids. The kids were like, so this tea, what is it exactly? Okay, where do the leaves come from? All right, okay, which region? Like, I was just, oh wow, Yeah, I remember being not such an expert, but being just a tea lover, being very young, doing little afternoon teas after school, improvised afternoon teas, going in tea shops with my friends and choosing several teas and smelling. It's just, tea is more than a drink, it's a whole experience. So the younger you get that tea love, that tea passion, and the better off you'll be, because tea is truly magical, I can tell you that. But on to the next topic. Yes, speaking of tea bag, all these researches, these studies that have been released recently about tea bags releasing nanoparticles of plastic. So this is not great. So again, on the account of accuracy, we're going to pull the articles. There are several about that. That was actually a rather hot topic for the past week or so. So let me just try to find that. There you go. So we have The Guardian. The researchers from McGill University in Canada have found that when plastic tea bags are steeped in a cup of almost boiling water, which is 95 Celsius, the bag releases around 11.6 billion microplastics and 3.1 billion smaller nanoplastic particles into the cup. This amount is significantly higher than the estimated amount of microplastics particles consumed by a person in an entire year. That's very worrying. That's actually quite worrying. But this goes on. Most tea bags are made from natural fibers, which you can think, okay, that's fine then, all good, right? Though many brands that use natural fibers still contain plastic to seal the bags. So one thing, to not be too alarmist, when you read the end of the article and other articles about the same topic, it was not proven yet what these nanoparticles of plastic could have on the human. It's not although we don't know the effects yet, one can argue that it's not natural for a human to have some plastic particles in their body anyway. So whatever these effects are, can they really be good? Oh well. So there's not much to say really, just I'm really looking forward to see what the studies say about the effects. So whatever it is that you purchase, whichever brand you choose to trust, whichever brand you choose to give money to, make sure that traceability is not an option, because your health is not an option either. Regarding plastic bags, not all plastic bags, and that's what they say, right, in the articles, the various articles, not all tea bags contain plastic, nanoparticles. But it's very hard when you buy them at the supermarket to know what they're made of. This is not part of the ingredients list. So how do you know at the end of the day? As a consumer, as a researcher, it's easy. They do their little research, they find out the particles, they do whatever scientific process they do, and they find the particles. But as just a normal person that goes to the supermarket, how do you know what is in the products you buy? You cannot know that, So I think that it's really good to choose maybe smaller producers where it's easier to trace back to the source of the product you choose to put in your body and on your body. What else can I say? Well, there's one thing I can say. I know one brand that doesn't use any tea bags. Okay, we stopped the non-subtle product placement. Anyway, so on to the next topic I wanted to talk to you. So I said that this video would be a one cut, but with all my uhs and hers, it's not gonna happen, but it's fine. No, never mind. I tried. So we talked about Primark, we talked about the nanoparticles in our tea bags, we talked about this Danish teen of 16 years old, breaking her own Guinness record with her tea bag collection. There was this article that was released by the BBC, by BBC News, bbc.co.uk, and the title was, "Are Young Brits Falling Out of Love with the Cuppa?" That sounds so dramatic, so tragic. And then they went on to say, traditional cups of tea are falling out of vogue with young people in the UK, according to PJ Tips and Lipton owner Unilever. So, the consumer goods giant has said that Generation Z and millennial consumers much prefer herbal teas and coffees instead. As a result, the firm is struggling to grow its black tea brands in Western markets like the UK and the US. Well, my response to this is, I think, am I part of the Generation Z or Generation Y? I'm not sure which generation I'm part of, but anyway, as a youngster, duh, I mean, yes. And PG tips, I don't mean no harm, but like, and I know, oh my god, I hear PG tips in the UK is like the star. You do not talk badly about PG tips, okay? It's like a cult and everything. All I want, I'm not talking as the teacups founder. Let's step out from this. I'm talking as a Generation Y, potentially Generation Z individual. And I would say that, in my opinion, a lot of, like, a big problem with these brands is that, I'm sorry, but it's boring. It's boring. And what does it do for me exactly, I'm not the most health focused person, if that makes sense. I mean, I do care about my health, that's for sure, but I'm not the one who's gonna wake up at 5 a.m. and meditate and go to the gym and do all this stuff that really I should be doing. Yeah, probably. Probably. But I'm not this person, let's be honest. Here it's home, it's a tea lover channel, so we're honest. Let's be honest. I'm not this person, sorry. But I still care about my health, right? And I feel like what does your tea do for me? First of all, it's bland, not blank, it's bland. Like, I don't even really properly feel the taste of it. It's really like, ugh, there's no taste to it. It's just boring, it's plain. And mind you, black tea on its own is not boring. It depends what kind of black tea you have. There are so many varieties, right? And it depends the quality of the black tea you have. There are so many different ones. We have a generation that's much more, see, if I went to the gym more often, I wouldn't be doing this and tucking it all in. But anyway, let's back to the point. We have a generation that's much more focused on health. They want to know, when they buy something, they want to know what it does for them. What does it do? Whether it's skincare or whatever, people, also hair care, people are very much more concerned about the things they choose to put on their body. They're also much more conscious about how their consumption impacts the environment, right? So, I mean, if you're not up to up with the youngsters, and you don't share our concerns and don't understand what it is that we are after when we consume, don't understand that we want to consume responsibly, ethically, well, yes, yeah, you might have a little problem here, indeed, from the standpoint of a consumer. When you have, this little tea bag with all the tea, like, it's not even tea anymore, it's like tea dust, literally, it's dust. You could smell it. It's literally, it has no smell to it. It's just bland. And then also there's this thing, when you try to put them, you put them in the cup. Let's say if you don't have it with milk or sugar or honey, it's just, forget about it. So I told you there's no taste to it, but if you don't add one of these things, it's just, don't even do it, right? And then let's say you're lactose intolerant. Have you ever tried to blend these black teas with non-dairy milks? I have a challenge for you. Do this at home and tell me how it tasted, okay? I'll wait. So that's all I have to say about the subject. I just don't understand why they're so surprised about this outcome for them. Like, why do you expect? You see that the mentalities are changing. You understand that now the new generation wants greater things, in the sense that we don't just want to consume things, put them in our bodies. We don't just eat to survive. We don't just eat, just like that. No, we want to. We're gourmets, we're gourmets. When we eat something, we want to eat something good. We want to eat something not just good to the taste, but good for the environment, good for everything, good for us, for our health. That's conscious conscious consumption. So get on with it. Get on with it. If you want us, get on with it. And I will add as well that, you know, I have to add it. You want a brand that gives you teas that actually have taste, teas that have fantasy, you know, teas that have creativity, teas that are handmade, okay, up to the packaging. You want teas that source their leaves from plantations that are ethical tea partnership certified, which means that they respect the environment, but also workers, you know, pay them a decent wage. You want all of that in one tea. You want to drink your cup knowing that you're doing good and that it's doing good to you and that it actually tastes like something and that it's really unique. You want that. You want a tea that actually comes from a collection that is telling you a story. You want an experience rather than just a cuppa. You see that? Yes. Thé Lacrosse, darling. I'll stop. Okay, this is the last Thé Lacrosse shout out. But come on, this is a Thé Lacrosse channel, right? And hey, there are plenty of other great tea brands. Honestly, that do, well, not all of this, because I'm sorry, this is a unique concept. But that do a lot, that do the job perfectly. But well, it's not their channel here, so well, we won't mention them. Also, you know, don't neglect small producers. Don't neglect us, you know, and small entrepreneurs and stuff, because we really put our heart into it. And a lot of times these entrepreneurs out there, you know, they put a lot on the line to please you guys because they know that their product is good, they believe in it, you know, so support us. Well, okay. Woo, this video is getting so long. I have one last topic with you guys. Is that my contouring that's that bad like that, or the lighting? Well, it's not sure. Let's not talk about it. So if some of you guys are in Singapore at the moment, there's a wonderful exhibition. It's not really an exhibition, it's more like not a themed park either, but let me see, how do they call it? Yes, okay, they call it an exhibition that's about bubble tea. So first, you know, some of you that might not know bubble tea is this drink. It came from Taiwan, developing in the 90s, and ever since it's been a big hit in the entire world. I'm pretty sure that you can find it in any big city in the world. Like bubble teas are quite famous. It's literally like, you know, well, there are many varieties of it, yeah, many alternatives, but it's tea, milk, and how do you call these little bowls? Oh, let me find it. I don't these little balls, how do you call them? Pearls, you know, tapioca pearls. Yes, yeah, so it's milk tea and tapioca pearls, but then there are many other things you can without milk, different kinds of teas they put in there, and levels of sugar and whatnot. It's crazy all the options you can have with this drink, and it's one of my favorite drinks ever. I love bubble tea. I used to live in China. Well, I've lived in China for a few months. Well, more like half a year. And I really love, that was my go-to drink. That's why I ended up with like chicks like this, because they put a lot of sugar in it, but it's truly amazing. It's like you know, you eat, but at the same time you drink, but at the same time you eat because of the tapioca pearls, and each day you can change, and it's just amazing. I love this drink. So if you happen to be in Singapore until December the 18th, I'm correct, they have this amazing exhibition around bubble tea. And it's not just, you know, oh, how bubble tea was made and blah blah. It's literally Instagram paradise. It's all pink with clouds and not unicorns, but it's just so cute, and it's been designed for you to take pictures everywhere, and it looks amazing. I don't know if I can show you really can you see my phone? You know, like, it just looks amazing. So if you happen to be in Singapore, go. Okay, so I think we've covered it all. Thank you for watching this video. Once again, for bearing with me. Please comment, Don't forget to subscribe to get an alert each time a video pops out. And yeah, thank you for watching. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Next video, you know what? I'm not sure what it will be about, but for sure, I will let you know on our Instagram page, which is teacups all together. We also have a Facebook page, which is teacups off, not all together. And you'll see all the updates on there, and especially on Instagram where we're very active. So yeah, one more thing, I'm really looking forward to see all our Parisian tea lovers, because on Friday, from Friday the 25th of October, so this Friday, to Sunday the 27th, we will be in the Montmartre area for the second edition of our tea bar. So of course you will have tea in all its different forms, shapes and forms, hot teas, cocktails, iced teas. Of course all our teas will be available to purchase there, and our new green tea collection as well. If you care to understand a little more about this collection, our first green tea collection, I invite you to look our previous video about this Et Dieu créa la femme collection. And yeah, see you all on Friday, my Parisian friends, and thank you all for watching. Mwah, mwah, mwah.